Let's see if we can get Showtime dialed in here. Hello, everyone in the chat. There he is.
What up? What up? How we doing?
Golden Tate is in the room. How
Yeah,
are you, man?
yeah.
Great to see
Good,
you.
man. I'm out here in California, so I just got off the golf course not too long ago, and then we got my daughter, London, who's 2 years old. We got her like this little tyke blow up like water slide. So I tried to fix that before I got on this, so that's why I'm a few minutes late. But we surprised her, and it was fun to see her face, and she's like, ooh, 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 ooh.
That's the door. That's the best, man. And you're a better dad than me. You fixed it yourself. I would have hired somebody else to do that. So you
I
dad of the
thought
year.
about it. I thought about it, but it was like the steps were like plug up the pump, tie the knot.
Pretty
So I
easy,
was like,
pretty
I can manage
foolproof, huh?
that.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
after a round of golf, I don't know if you're a couple ahead of me or not, but it's 5:30 here,
You know,
back home for you. So I'm gonna crack open a cold one. Fat Bottom
you
Brew
know
for.
what?
Look at this. You gonna join me? Are you gonna
Oh,
partake with me?
um, absolutely.
Oh
I
man,
mean,
no one
there's
likes to
nothing
drink
else to
alone.
do. Might as well, right? It's happy hour.
Atta boy,
Shoot,
here
let's
we
see.
go.
You know,
What's the drink of choice?
you know what? Right now, I've really been digging these like these Bud Light seltzers. These right here.
Ooh, those are
These are
good.
good. I like them, and they're only 100 calories.
I mean, so when you want to get your buzz on, but you want to stay thin. So these are my
Yeah.
this has been my drink of choice lately, the Pitch Invasion by Fat Bottom. It's got the Nashville branding on it. So when we're able to, I'll make sure that you get a 6 pack or 12 pack or a case, whatever. It's the off season. Who cares, man? You can have all of it right now.
Or a
Or a
kegger,
kegger. Or,
whatever.
let's get weird. Hey,
Why
cheers, buddy.
not? Cheers, man. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be part of this. I can't wait to get out and see Nashville SC tear it up.
Yeah, man. So you've got some really cool roots here to Tennessee. I want to make sure that we touch into that because it's not just you; it's family. It's in the Tate bloodline that you guys and gals, everything you do, you're just like the best at. So let's dive into that in just a little bit. Make sure you get your questions in right now. A lot of people are happy to see your face on Instagram Live right now. A lot of Notre Dame shouts I've heard in here. Seen some
Yeah,
big blue
yeah.
shouts in there. So.
I
Man, it's
like
good
it.
to see. We got lots of questions in there. We'll get to those in just a moment. So how's everything going? First of all, for you, Golden, you and your family doing okay? You started out in California right now.
Yeah, everything's okay here. You know, we're all safe, we're all healthy. We're trying to stay out of harm's way, trying to just make sure we're all good. You know, we've had some tough days for sure, but and overall, we'll still have a lot to be thankful for. You know, we feel very fortunate to be here and be safe and be healthy. You know, a lot of people in our country and really in the world can't say the same right now. Things are tough for businesses and, you know, all the restaurants and just so many people affected by this that probably don't think they're ever going to bounce back for this. But, you know, one thing, if I can just say one thing, like someone told it to me a few weeks ago and it's kind of stuck with me that tough times don't last, but tough people do. So I just want to encourage everyone to just keep taking it day by day. You know, if you look at the grand scheme of things, like you know, the big picture, how am I going to bounce back this a year from now, or you know, 6 months from now? That seems like a long time, but if you get through every single day, you know, one day at a time, you know, just keep chugging away at it. We'll come out of this thing hopefully stronger than ever and better as people and closer as people.
Hey, man, dropping some knowledge in the first like 2 minutes of being on here. I'll drink to that,
I will
and
too.
and I appreciate your encouragement because right now I think everybody's at maybe different points of what all's going on and everything. Some people, like
Absolutely.
you said, are kind of down and out, and so finding some words of wisdom from somebody like yourself, it could be the kind of pivot, the important moment for somebody to hear that. And you've got
Yeah.
these really cool ties to Tennessee, Hendersonville. Shout out Hendersonville.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crib for you right there, a little hometown action. So
Right.
you and your family, though, I mean, you start the connection isn't just there. It's Tennessee State, it's Vanderbilt. How has each of these universities, how has the great state of Tennessee kind of impacted you and your family? Because you guys, uh, basically from your dad, and throughout the rest of your family. It's kind of talk about how growing up in Tennessee and going to school for your family kind of shaped who you are and kind of the path and the trajectory your life and career went on.
Shoot, Tennessee is who I am. Obviously I don't live there right now, and I haven't lived there in a while, just because of my profession and, getting married and kind of living on the West Coast. But, um, Nashville and the state of Tennessee will always have a huge part of my heart for sure. So I don't want anyone ever, forget that. But anyway, man, I don't even know where to start. If I just go back to my family and stuff, my father, as you briefly mentioned, played football at Tennessee State University, set a bunch of records that I think the young man this year actually just broke them. So held on to him for a pretty long time. My grandmother actually worked at Tennessee State as a physical ed teacher for like 35 to 40 years. During that time, I think she was the first women's basketball coach, a female basketball coach. So,
Wow.
she's in the history books as well. My grandfather went to Tennessee State. My mother went to Maplewood High School, and then also went to Tennessee State. So, when you hear, growing up, when you hear Tates or overalls, my family was pretty popular growing up. I remember going to the Tennessee State University like homecoming football games, and everyone would just talk about my dad, how my dad was so amazing, how they used to call him Elmer's glue because he had such great hands, and how they would say, hey, he could catch a BB in the dark,
Man,
and all that stuff. And it was cool to hear it, but I just remember in my mind always thinking, man, I don't want to talk about my dad. I want to talking about me. So I want to be better than my dad, and so that kind of always drove me. But I got so many great memories of just growing up, the good old simple life. Those hot summer afternoons where it's 93, 94, but I'm 12 years old, so I don't care. I'm not getting tired. Living over, I could pretty much, where I lived growing up, I could walk to Prince's Hot
oh
Chicken,
wow.
which is a pretty big staple for the city of Nashville. If you want hot chicken, obviously we're known for hot chicken. And so whenever people come to town, they, always ask, where do I get hot chicken? So Prince's is definitely one of them.
That's your
Um, you know,
go-to?
yeah, I mean, that and Hattie B's. Those are my two probably favorites. So. I used to, going back, to when I played baseball. I used to play baseball at Parkwood, and that was a heck of a league that we had. Played, little league football for Graymar Pirates. Um, played a little bit basketball. Went to Graymar Elementary School, and then I went to Highland Heights, which is no longer there anymore. Then I went to St. Joseph for my eighth grade year, St. Joseph Catholic School, and I went to Pope John Paul Catholic High School. Go Knights, by the way.
Go Knights.
One of two, pretty much, Catholic high schools in Nashville. The other one is Father Ryan.
Yeah, I was gonna
Boo.
say the rivalry with that one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 31, and I'm still talking crap to people who went to Father Ryan the same time I did, and even people go now. So that's a fun little rivalry, but it's, we enjoy it. But man, Nashville has changed tremendously, since I was a youngster until now. And there was a time where Nashville used to be the best kept secret.
Yeah.
Not many people, knew about Nashville like that. And you might have some people coming out from Atlanta or Florida or the Carolinas, but I mean, I remember growing up, you never hear people coming all the way from California to visit, or even, Texas, or even really New York. And now, like, people have migrated there from all over the place. And so one of the stories I tell people all the time growing up is, when I was like 16, 17, 18, I used to go to the teen club. It was called Graham, I think. It was on Broadway. It was on
Oh boy.
Broadway. And
I bet some stories went down at Graham.
yeah, yeah. Hot, sweaty teenagers with the big X's on their hands because they
Just no
couldn't
drinks
drink.
allowed. No. Just rubbing them off real quick, trying
Right,
to. I
right,
mean, we would
yeah.
never do that, but I'm saying other people did that, right?
Exactly. We know we peeped the game, but anyway, I would people there would be like, hey, what's your name, blah blah blah, and then what high school did you go to, and everyone went to rather it was somewhere in Nashville area or Murfreesboro or even some people come out from Chattanooga or Memphis, but people always were from Tennessee. Fast forward to I guess from when I was 18, 19, probably another 6, 7, 8 years later, maybe between 5 and 8 years later, I'm meeting people. I'm saying, hey, where are you from? It used to not be that way. And people are telling me I'm from Orange County, California. Oh, I just moved here from Atlanta, or I just moved here from, Raleigh. So it's cool to see how much it's exploded. With all the hotels and having you guys join is obviously amazing. I've seen. I think the Titan Stadium used to be called. Was it?
What was
It
it?
was a
It was the initials were LP. What
LP.
was it? It
It
was
was
let us know in the comment section. We're both blanking on the name of it. Before it was Nissan Stadium. What was the
it
name
was
of the stadium?
LP. It was LP. It was a Coliseum. It was.
Man, we got to get somebody will let us know in. But yeah, that's where we had the home opener back at the end of February. LP Field. There we go. We're getting that
Yeah.
that dropped in there. We
I remember when the Titans actually came to Nashville, and I think within the first year we went to the Super Bowl, had the Music City Miracle.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
remember watching Air McNair and Eddie George and Derek Mason and you know Wycheck. Man, I remember seeing all them people and just growing up loving it. Man, it brings back some incredible memories, man.
Well, we got everyone in the chat telling us LP Field and Adelphia Coliseum. So, but now
Adelphia was one of them.
there
Yep,
it
yep,
is.
yep.
So now obviously Nissan Stadium where we had our home opener.
Yep.
You actually showed us some love, and the Nashville SC fans showed you a bunch of love back. You were asking, I think during the middle of the game, what the atmosphere was like, and you were getting all sorts of pictures and videos. How cool was that for you to see, a Major League Soccer team in your hometown, a stadium that you've played in, is now their home, having their home opener. What was that like for you to see? Was that you're a sportsman? I mean, it had to be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is super cool, man. Yeah, I kind of had a little FOMO because I wanted to be there.
Well, we missed you, man.
I know, and I was planning on, before this pandemic hit, I was actually planning, we just finished building a house out in Nashville in this awesome golf community, and so I was planning to spend a lot more time in Nashville at the house golfing and just kind of around Nashville this off season because it's obviously when going from San Diego to Nashville, it's like a 4.5 hour flight on top of losing 2 or 3 hours. So it's like you leave at 6 a.m. and you still don't get in until like 3 or 4. So
That's a
you lose a
day.
full day. But going from New York or New Jersey, it's an hour-and-a-half flight. Really, really easy. I can, come in for the weekend, go back to work, and my family is probably going to go out to Nashville during the week, and I was going to fly back there during the weekend, and that was going to allow me to just to be back home. See some of my buddies, see my family, and just have that good old simple Tennessee life. I miss it for sure.
It's the best, man. And we got a bunch of people saying hello, saying they miss you. We had a question a minute ago when you brought up Princess from B Crisp. She was asking, how hot do you like your hot chicken when you're back here having it, whether it's, at Hattie B's or just your hot chicken in general? Are you like a really hot? Are you a medium hot? Or are you like no heat? You just like the spice of it?
I honestly just like a little spice, but I mean, Princes will test you. They will test it. They will definitely test you. But I like mine, just a little kick to it, a little kick.
Yeah, we're going more flavor over burn your face off.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to go out there and set any, Guinness World Records or anything by, tasting the hottest chicken or spice. I just want to enjoy some good chicken, throw some French fries, maybe a biscuit on there, and call it a
Ooh.
day. On some white bread, of course. Maybe
All right.
maybe get some white bread.
Some pickles in there too. So, all right. So when you're back, we'll have you out to your first Nashville SC game. when everything gets back to where it was, and then we'll go get some hot chicken, you and I, and we'll make sure that you have plenty of these to drink with us. So as long as it's not during season, right? If it's during season, we'll make sure we'll keep it professional for the season. But speaking of seasons, I want to talk to you about your NFL career. I admittedly, man, big fan of yours. I told you, love-hate relationship because I love how good you are. Hate that it's always been against the teams that I've always cheered for. And it's a love-hate relationship now because I see a lot of names on the jerseys behind you that you've got on your wall of fame. And I hate that they're a million times cooler than my high school jersey and one of my jerseys. So what do all you got back there? Show us all the jerseys. You're a jersey swapper, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's my decoration. This is my type of art. Yeah,
What you got back there?
I'll give you guys like a little tour of the house. Let's see, how do we flip this? Okay. Yeah, so this is like my man cave. This is upstairs. I have a pool table, where my gaming area where I play Call of Duty, and then through there I'll take you in there a second, but that's a theater room. But man, I got some, this being going to my 11th season, man. I've collected some really really cool items, some game balls. I've had
Which one? Which one? Sorry to cut you off. Which one of those balls would you say means the most? Like, give us a couple of little. This one's this one's that. Which one means the most to you out of that collection right there?
Ooh, I got to say, probably this one right here. Yeah,
Oh, the Super Bowl champion. Look at
yeah,
that
that
Super
was.
Bowl 48. What was it? It was against the Broncos. What was it like? It was you nearly put up a 50 spot, didn't you, against them? It was like
Yeah,
48-8, wasn't it?
it was 43-8.
Whew, man.
That one was over before it pretty much started.
On the first snap.
Yeah, which I'll take it. We'll take them anywhere we can get them.
Hey, absolutely.
Yeah.
In the club for life, a Super Bowl champion. What other
Yeah.
ones some you got on there?
Well, I got a pair of cleats right here, kind of a LeBron D Wade tribute that I wore this year with the Giants,
Wow.
that I've kind of kept around.
Mike Lee, Mike
Um,
Haas game that you guys get to do, or is that just one that you had made off for it?
yeah, these are just some that I made up for 1 week.
Nice.
The league's kind of, you know, changed over to like customized cleats, and it's pretty cool to show your personality and what you like. Um, this is probably This is probably my favorite pair of cleats that I wore this year. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a huge, huge, huge golfer. Like, I'm an addict. I wish I could turn pro in golf, but I am so far away. But I wore these 1 week, and it's got a few of my favorite brands, like, obviously
Nice.
PGA Tour, PGA, Bad Birdie. Love their gear. PXG is a club company that I rock. Troubadour, the place in Nashville that I actually just joined and building a house. Uh,
Nice.
LACC, which is out here in California, Los Angeles Country Club. G4, another clothing golf brand that they have some super, super cool stuff. And then you look over here on this cleat, we got Bel Air Country Club. Got Callaway, which is another cool brand I work with and I love. Golf Digest is, anytime I'm flying out, I'm getting me a Golf Digest magazine to read on my way to wherever I'm going.
There we go.
Shinnecock is a course I played out in New York that I really enjoyed, and that's pretty much it for these cleats. But I like to wear stuff that I like I'm passionate about.
Wow, man. You got some jerseys on there too. Hey, I got
Yeah,
a question. Do you have this ball right here? I want to pull this up real quick and show you. Do you have the ball from that game right there? That's one of my favorite shots right there.
I do. I have to find. Oh, there it
Is
is.
that it right there? Look at
There
that.
it is.
Tell us about that one
Mm-hmm.
and tell us what you're thinking when you're about 3 feet off there and that Brian Robinson trying to tackle you right there. What were you thinking in that moment right there?
Yeah, that was Sendejo, that's a bad man right
Sunday.
there.
Ooh, yeah,
He's
that's right.
he's 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 he goes at you hard all day.
He
But
hits.
yeah, he no regard for his own body. He just throws his body around, and that's what scares me. But for this game, my number was called late in the game, and me being the Yak King and me wanting to get every yard I possibly can. I was able to make a move to get off of Xavier Rhodes because he didn't want to, tackle me. And then next thing you know, Harrison Smith was right there. Who's also from Tennessee, Knoxville. He was trying to make the tackle. And I kind of stiff armed him, and I thought at the time, like, oh, that was a safety. I just stiff armed. There's no way. There's no one else. No one else there. So I ran. I was about to just do a normal flip, and next thing you know, Sandejo smacks me. And thankfully I held onto the ball. We won the game on the road. Pretty crushing win, a crushing loss for them. A great win for us going into the bye.
And there it is, right there. Now it sits there immortalized in your man cave behind you. What else? What else you got jersey wise? Who are some of the ones that you're most proud of on there? Because you got some names. See Marshawn Lynch, Matt Stafford, AP.
Yeah.
You got
Patrick Peterson, Le'Veon when he's at the Steelers, Mark Ingram. That's my Super Bowl jersey.
Wow.
Eric Weddle, Marvin Jones, one of my best friends. That's my only and first Pro Bowl that I went to. Richard Sherman.
Wow.
A picture from when I was with Philly. One of my favorite little pictures that I have that I'll always keep. I don't know if you guys know this, but my wife and I started a foundation called the Golden Future that we serve our military, donate money, and we do a wide range of things for our military. But
that's incredible. Well done, man. A lot of applause for that.
Yeah. Oh, here's my Bolitnikov, and I don't know if you all know what the Bolitnikov is, but it's the
way at Notre Dame, right?
Yep.
Tell us about it.
I'm the only Bolitnikov wide receiver winner in, I think, Notre Dame history. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Wow.
So that's really cool. But what this is, it's a wide receiver award. It's like the Heisman for receivers, pretty much. The best receiver in the league or in college football earns this, and I was voted that by a lot of people, I guess.
Man, that's incredible. That's incredible. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And then what you got? You got in the theater room over there. You got some more jerseys hanging up. What do you got? You got some more on this side over here.
Yeah. Yes, I got the Peloton that I grind on from time to time.
How many rides you putting in a week right now?
Well, I don't use it right now because I've been mountain biking. Mountain bike is my thing. I'll show you all outside here soon. I live on a canyon which has a bunch of mountain bike trails. So I've been just actually mountain biking because it's better scenery. It's nice out.
Is that Darius Slay?
Darius Slay just went to the Eagles. He's gonna be a rival now. Michael Floyd, Notre Dame guy. One of my Detroit, one of my best friends, Jermaine Kearse.
There we go. Man, you got some jerseys up there, by the way.
Yeah, man. I'm very, very lucky. And then here's this is our theater room. This is our theater room.
Where you just watch all your touchdowns and Super Bowl championships and everything like that. Is that? I'm assuming that's what you put on repeat in there.
Yeah. No, I'm usually just Netflix.
There we go. All right. Or that
Ozark
same thing, right?
Something. Something like that. But
got Bolden, Brandon Marshall in there, Ziggy Ansah in there. Wow, you got some names. Eric Ebron, UNC guy. There's my guy right there.
There we go.
UNC guy.
And then this one right here is a Vanderbilt jersey. That's my brother, Wesley, who played at Vanderbilt for 4 years and started and, did some great things there. So that's probably my favorite one up there. And I actually just hung these up recently. Kyle Fuller, Marcus Peters, Demaryius Thomas, Mike Evans, Carson Wentz. And then over there, I got Calvin Noe, Calvin Johnson.
Cam Jordan
Eagles,
in there?
Yeah, Cam Jordan. And then these are the rest of them that I have up right now. Sam Martin, myself again, Randall Cobb.
Man, there we go. Dude, that's a collection right there. Whose jersey do you not have that you want to have? That you're like, I'm bound to get it before it's all said and done. I want to trade with this person. Who is
there's a bunch of them that I really want. I want Tom Brady. I want Aaron Rodgers. I want Larry Fitzgerald. I want Khalil Mack. I want let's see. Let me think. Who else I want? I want to get a Zach Ertz one. And there's a bunch of just amazing athletes in our league that are doing amazing things on and off the field that I want to get. Like I try to put like, I mean, it's probably easy just for me to get like anybody's jersey, but I like to get people's jersey that I actually like and think highly of, and I think they're doing great things just in life. So not only just like incredible athletes, and I feel like you look at, if you look at all the people on my wall now, you can, these are pretty high character, good people for the most
Man,
part.
that's so cool. That's so cool, man. I love that. We told some people earlier get some questions in to ask you on the Q&A feature, and so I wanted to throw this one to you here. How excited are you to catch more passes from Danny Dimes?
Man, I'm excited just about him in general. He's got a lot of talent. Works hard. Kind of quiet leader, but just balls out. I'm excited just to watch him grow and to be a part of it. Me being the old guy on the team, I just try to lead these guys the best I possibly can and try to teach them the game and try to lead the game better than how it was when I got in. So with that being said, hopefully Danny Dimes throws me about 90 balls this year. I get 90 catches or something like that. But
You
we'll
heard it
see.
here right now. 90 catches for Golden Tate this season. I'm going to go in and say it for you, 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. So take him in the second round of your fantasy football drafts. And I mean, pretty much I'm saying that for you, right? 90 catches, you
All
promised.
right.
I'm
Hey,
counting.
I'm gonna do my job the best I possibly can.
There
You
we
know that.
go, man. That's incredible, dude. So it's been amazing having you on, man. I really, really appreciate you being here. When you make it back here to Nashville and we have a game, or when the schedule comes out and everything gets sorted, if Nashville SC has a game up in New York, either against NYCFC or the Red Bulls, we got to make sure to get you out to a game. We have to make sure that you're in a yellow Nashville SC jersey. Do you have one already?
I don't. I think you all have it on the way. It should probably get here in the next week or two. But yeah, it's in the making. The whole family's getting fitted, so I'm excited to rep the squad. And yeah, I'm expecting great things.
There
We
we
need a
go,
ship,
man.
baby.
Hey, and one other thing too, I thought was really cool. You talked about your kids earlier. You talked about London. You've also got Golden Tate. I believe is it the fourth? Is that right? Golden Tate the
Yeah,
fourth.
yeah.
Uh,
GT4.
yeah, man, that's a cool name right there. I love that nickname. I've got two
Thank
kids
you.
myself, and I got to say this. I checked this out. Your wife has a book that my wife instantly loved when she found out about it because we've got a couple of young kids as well, 4.5 and 3,
hmm
and the book helps teach some sign language, right?
Yeah. So
Tell me about that because we were amazed by it, but I want to hear from you and your wife, Elise, right?
yeah. So Elise, you guys, I don't know if you follow her or not, but Elise does everything 100%. Like there's nothing that she does a half job on. So she did a passion project because she wanted a book that to teach kids sign language. And yeah, there's a bunch of books out there that teach sign language, but there wasn't one that she liked. So she thought of like creating her own book. And what she did is she did sign me. I heard me flip the camera. She did sign me up for a happy home, and these are pretty much I think it's like 15 essential signs, for you to start practicing with your kids. Because at the age of, between 0, 1 and almost 2, almost like kids can't really communicate, but if you can understand what they're trying to say or do, it cuts out on a lot of whining and crying. And so
Frustration, yeah.
exactly. So here's a list of all the signs that it addresses, and our kids do a great job. And honestly, like it has their brain moving and working at all times, and it kind of speeds up their speech actually. So instead of my daughter or my son like just crying and us not knowing what he wants, he'll sign he wants water, or he'll sign he wants more food.
Yeah, what's more, right? Look, we
Exact.
taught
See,
that
there
one
you
to our
go.
kid. Yeah, we
See,
did
there
that.
you
It
go.
worked, man. It absolutely worked. So that's a really, really cool thing and smart.
Exactly.
That's genius on her. So, is that book out now? Can people buy that book now?
Yes, 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 and yes, it's if you go to her page, sign me up, just like this, sign me up on Instagram. There's a link in her bio that will allow you to purchase the book, and it will probably get there in the next 2, 3 to 4 days because we pack them up ourselves, and
Nice.
we mail them out and print the labels and all that stuff. And we'd love to hear about anyone who decides to purchase, like how it's going with your child as far as like teaching them sign language. You got to be a little bit patient. It's all about repetition. We've had a few couples that have given, done sign language with their kids for months and months, and they get ready to stop because they feel like their kids is not learning it. And then next thing you know, they have a breakthrough where the kid asks for more food, or the kid, says they want to take a bath, or they want milk. And then that's when, it's all worth it. And then while we have nothing but time, it's, find some skill to get better at, during this time where we have nothing but time. I would encourage everyone to figure out something that they want to get better at, or a weakness that they want to fix, and work on it. We in no way should be the same person we were before this pandemic hit. With all this time, we should find something to better ourselves. So,
Man, that's really good. And tough times don't last, but tough people do, like you said earlier on.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
we really appreciate you, Golden. We can't wait to see you out at a Nashville SC game. We'd love to have you down there. I'll bring you and the family down on the field in your jerseys. Does that sound good?
I'd love to. I can't wait for it to happen.
Yeah, man, we can't wait to have you there as a guest. And I always like to leave our guests with the final word. Anything you want to say for the people that have been watching, the people that'll tune in on the live? Anything you want to leave us with, some more parting wisdom?
I think I talk a lot, so I've said a lot of things over the last, I guess, 30 minutes. But just want to encourage everyone to stay with it. Just take it day by day. We're going to get through this. I know, our faith is being tested. Our sanity is probably being tested at times, but just encourage everyone just to take it day by day. Just get through that moment, that hour, and I promise you, we'll come out of this, just fine. It's definitely frustrating, and sometimes we don't know where to go, but we're gonna be fine. And just be there for one another. Hug your family a lot, because you just don't know what's gonna happen. So, yeah.
Well said, man. Well said. Golden Tate, we really, really appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for showing us around your humble abode and giving us some stories and some knowledge along the way. And all the best this season coming up for you. We'll be cheering on you from here, except for when you play against the Titans. I hope you respectfully understand that, all right?
Fair enough.
Golden Tate, everyone, we want to say thank you so much, Golden. Thank you to our friends at Fat Bottom Brewing for this. Golden, we will see you soon in some Nashville SC gold.
Perfect. Cheers, everybody. Take care.
All right. Cheers. Take care, Golden.
Later.